That's actually a dope segue. Speaking of money at the church, T.I. shares an experience that he had at Sunday service, nonetheless, with Kanye, where Kanye's doing his Sunday service at.
This is spicy.
And he said he felt like they were trying to exploit him. I guess they sat him at a certain section of the church, and that was the first giveaway, like the VIP section. And then it was the press for donations and whatnot, and trying to raise, a certain amount of money and whatnot. So he kind of said that he felt exploited by that. What are you guys' thoughts on when it comes to offerings in the church, when it comes to money in the church?
Go ahead. I'll let you go first.
So you said like just tithing and offerings?
Yeah, just giving, man. I mean, in general, because I'm sure I don't know like anything about what T.I. believes and what he doesn't believe. I'm sure he doesn't have a really good perspective of what it is. But then you have the prosperity gospel in some of these churches where they're really pressing for people to give money. You know what I mean? Like that seems to be it's almost like a bait and switch. You can kind of tell, like they're not humble about it. It's like get everybody amped up, and then while it's hot, pass the bucket around. And that's another thing T.I. was saying. It was like, yo, this was like a bucket, bro. It was like a big barrel they were wheeling around. Like,
dang,
that's crazy.
Well, the bigger the church, the bigger the barrel.
Hey.
The bigger the container, bro. Nah, but
they passing barrels. I did not hear that.
Just straight wheeling barrels around.
That's crazy.
Honestly, about like giving and stuff, like the way I feel about it is like, if you're afraid to give, like, what are you actually gonna be receiving? Like, how you gonna reciprocate? Like, I don't know. I just feel like you should be in that mindset to give regardless, not just the church, but just in general. Like, if you're a really giving person, I always have that belief that's gonna be given to you.
Yeah, according to your own convictions.
Yeah. I'm not saying like
specifically to you.
Yeah.
Like, because everybody has a different, different life, man. Everybody's at different levels financially and whatnot.
Of course, there's been times where I literally had nothing to give.
Facts.
Like nothing. I nothing. So I know what that feels like.
Yep.
But you can give other ways. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I think everybody right now has time, right?
I think like obviously giving is a biblical concept, so I'm not going to speak against it, but I think it should be focused on the way the Bible focuses on it. It should be sacrificial.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be something that's forced, something that's
feels
like
demanded
or guilt.
Yeah, guilted into giving.
You know what I mean? It should be like even there was one church I went to in Cali that they had the offering in the
Hold
back.
on to that.
They didn't even pass it around. They were like, if you want to give, it's in the back.
Okay.
You can give in the beginning of the service, after the service, it's on you, whenever you want.
That's
and
cool.
I'm like, that's fire because you don't feel that guilt of like when you pass an offering plate and all you got is $1 and you're like, dang, I'm gonna put this $1 here.
Pass it real quick.
And then the next person puts a 20.
Just tuck it.
And then they give you that look like,
just put it in the envelope.
See, like in his situation, I absolutely feel like he was.
Oh yeah, if I'm a celebrity,
exploited,
that's not cool.
Yeah, you usher you to.
They know he got money. They probably wheeled that barrel 4 or 5 times in front of him.
Yeah, facts.
Like passed it. Like, you sure T.I. got it? You sure he got it?
Make sure you bring it to T.I. Okay,
it ain't filled enough.
See, like
why is it so low?
I don't know. Like in our church,
like, that's the rubber band, man.
That's
you know what that means.
Yeah, that's the rubber band, man.
You know
they
what
brought
that
the rubber bands out. They were like,
here's
some rubber bands.
Are you missing some rubber bands?
Here's some.
Are you good? Are you good?
You need them?
Do you need any more rubber bands, T.I.?
Okay.
These ones say 100.
Just let me know. Just let me know.
Ones? Do you need the 100 ones?
Oh, this is all we have left. Sorry, T.I.
We have the big ones here.
Oh, you mean the security here with guns? Don't worry.
Put the camera on them. Put the camera on them.
That's hilarious.
No, my bad. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
In our church, like we give.
Yeah.
And
I'm glad.
I would say,
all right. I was gonna say
dead church.
No, I'm just saying, like, I was setting it up for something. So, but like
our church is different.
Something that they do. I don't know. I don't know about other churches because I've never visited another church. But one thing they do is that if it's your first time, they actually tell you not to give.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, they say that day is their gift to you. Like, you're there to receive. You're there for something.
Yeah.
But if you're a son and daughter of the house, you know the vision. You know where we're going. You know what. You know where this money's going. So like, if you believe in that vision, you're a son and daughter of the house. We give.
But let me ask this question:
Word.
How would you still feel the same way if Kanye West opened up a church knowing that he got billions?
He don't got billions.
Would you be like, I gotta sow into this church to keep it prosperous? Like, dude, you could end the church's problems in a millisecond.
Word.
Without even a blink.
Exactly.
That's like a day's worth of music. Of streams, maybe.
Again, like if he was pastor in the church, how much time would he really have for anything else? So that might be his one. That I don't know. He might not have.
Are you saying like that's gonna be his only income?
All right, Gil.
That pastor.
Let's do this. The pastor responds.
I'm just saying.
Let's do this. We're gonna do something called Hood in the Tweet. Gil.
Oh yes.
Gil, go to the doc right now, please. There's a link there. There's no excuse for you now. There's a link there. You see the link?
Bang.
Okay, open that link, and we need to Hood in the Tweet it.
All right, we're gonna hood the tweet.
Go ahead.
All right, let's do it.
Are you gonna talk us through
all the way down?
What's going on?
Yeah. So this is the pastor's response to T.I.
So where am I reading?
Scroll down.
Oh, bang.
There it is.
All right.
So T.I. is saying, I felt exploited by this church. You know, like they sat me in this VIP section. Then they kind of like, you know, they put the heat on for him to give. You know, that's how he was feeling. He was telling a story where his boy was going down. His boy was walking down the aisle. And he was like, yo, slap me $500, man. Like you're gonna give this to the church. Slap me $500. I need $500. Like he started telling his boy like. So I don't know if it's just a lack of understanding on his part on what that means, or if he really felt it. But anyway, the pastor responded. So go ahead, Gil.
So this is Jamal.
This is from
Bryant,
the
pastor of the church that.
Go ahead. I believe so. Go ahead.
Kanye West did. Yeah. Again, we're not about the facts.
Just go ahead.
But this is the Hood in the Tweet.
Someone did it.
Somebody did this. To my comrades. Let me first say I appreciate your unwavering commitment
He's a pastor, bro.
to the empowerment of this generation. All right,
but pastor it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, pastor it up.
Yeah,
okay. We have echoed the same sentiments on many issues down through the years. Let me get an amen. And it was energized by this partnership. I was awakened to your clip this morning and felt compelled to lend context.
Go ahead.
To have both of you gotta do that dramatic pause.
Spice
that pause, and everybody just sits at the edge of their seat and they're like, conscious. To not give redress.
To have. You're
to have and to hold. No,
to have both of you.
I lost my spot. My bad.
In the church was meaningful for many reasons.
Where am I?
This is the largest demographic.
Okay, you just
demographic.
At least if you're gonna take over, put some spice on it.
No, go ahead. I'm waiting for you. I'm trying to get you catch up.
Meaningful for many reasons. Okay, this is the largest demographic of blacks who don't buy into organized religion in our history, and in large measure because of reasons you have. And I just messed it all up. Where did it go?
Illuminated.
There we go.
Hey, come on, brother.
I
trusted you in this segment.
There's like 15.
This segment is completely falling apart.
First of all, there's like 15 tags
in front of our
on
special
here
guest host.
Randomly. So I clicked on it on accident. This pastor put a hashtag in the middle of the paragraph. Pastor, you don't hashtag paragraphs, okay? You do that at the end.
You're supposed to.
It's millennials will teach you this.
Yo, school.
He said, wait, I'm going to skip down. We gave 5,000 pairs of new back-to-school shoes to kids hashtag Atlanta.
Well, he's tagging. I mean, he's hashtagging. He's tagging.
Well, you need to hashtag Atlanta. Everybody knows where it is.
He's showing people.
He needs that extra.
Hashtag Atlanta.
You know what he's doing? He's telling people, look, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing with the money. Look, and then he got his whole list of all the places that he's giving on.
And personally, I don't like when pastors say all the things they've accomplished.
But do you feel that in this case?
You know what I'm saying? Like the issue away from the issue. Like, dude, we're talking about something specific. We've helped 5,000 youths come to Christ.
Okay, but wait a minute.
What does that have anything to do?
5,000.
Nowadays, everybody spins off like false narratives. Like it ain't nothing, dude. You could simply send everybody off on a wild, chase, treasure hunt to seek the facts. And all you did was just speak some lies. And now you got everyone like trying to fact check and trying to check.
Yep.
So don't you feel that at certain times it's kind of necessary to defend yourself? Don't you feel like if you're cornered and put up, or do you feel like, you know what? God is my vengeance. I don't need to speak up against anything. I don't need to say nothing.
But speaking up and rattling off your accomplishments is two totally different things. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm gonna defend myself, I'm gonna defend myself on what is being presented. Like I don't need to justify. You know, with my resume. You know, like, it is what it is. If he wants to comment on the fact that he felt singled out because he's rich or whatever,
you know what?
Speak on that.
Personally, I wouldn't have even posted it. I would have hit up T.I.
Personally, right?
Personally.
That would have been another dope response. This is not a matter
to have out in public, not to hide anything, but just because, I don't know, I just don't feel, I feel like this.
I mean, I get it. I understand, you know, because T.I. is such a large influence that his statement could do, you know, damage to the name of that church. You know what I'm saying? So I get the response. But I wouldn't have rattled off, maybe, you know what I mean, the good works.
Maybe meet up and do it on camera.
Oh, yeah. I would have did like a meeting.
That way it's still personal and you can still put it out.
Facts.
Not do a back and forth on Instagram. Like you're not. Now you got to wait for his response.
Do you think it's ever necessary to go back and forth on social media though?
No.
At some point?
I mean, if it's in regard, like
let's say your business.
Yeah.
Somebody puts like some crazy wild review and like, yo, they put like, I don't know, they said it was made out of this and it was made out of that, and I washed it one time and the whole sticker came off. Like it was but like, so what do you feel like would you respond publicly in that situation?
If I do,
what would you say?
I think I would kill him with kindness.
Don't do it to yourself.
You know, I think I would kill him with kindness. You know, like, all right, well, you know, thank you for the heads up, and we'll make sure we'll look into this. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be like, what are you doing? What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
I was like, bro,
I did a special design,
you know, because at the end of the day, you're a brand. You know, at the end, you have a business. You don't want to look bad because that's in social media. At the end of the day, that's trickled down to a lot of people. So, yeah, I think keep it professional.
The thing about that too is that whether a product, whether you're defending yourself or where you come from or the people you're with, it should be about whatever it is that you're talking about and stick to that. Like, don't go outside of the box. You know what I'm saying? So for in this example, if he had an issue with that, what should have happened was, instead of going on the defense right away, talk about the issue and ask him an honest question. Why did you feel this way, and how can we make it better? How can we correct the issue? Rather than defend, oh, well, we've saved 5,000 shoes and gave them to children, and we've fed the poor. And, you know, why defend? Just address the issue. This is a life, right? Because I don't know his fate. He could be an unbeliever. He could be a believer. Whatever it is. This is a life that's bringing a grievance to the church. The reason, the whole purpose of this is to come to a conclusion and to go above it and beyond it.
Exactly.
So arguing and trying to plead your case is not going to do anything for T.I.
Exactly.
Because T.I. is going to read this and be like, clown.
Yeah.
Like
really?
He's not going to look at this and be like, wow, he really cared about how I felt in the service.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether it's true or not, he actually cared about how I felt.
Yeah, he's going to read it and say, okay, you did all of that, but it doesn't take away from what I felt when I came to your church.
Exactly. Yeah. No different than, like he said, a product. Somebody comes and talks smack about the shirt and says, yo, that's mad cheap. I could have got something better at Target. Yeah. Like, you know what? Well, thank you for your opinion, but how can we make our product better so that you will buy it next time?
Yep.
Yeah.
That will end the argument.
That's it.
It completely removes yourself and your pride, and you're just actually listening to the consumer or the person with the grievance.
Because they're looking for the backlash.
Right.
They're looking for that. You know,
and then you feed into it. Now they got something to point at now.
Exactly.
Right. Now all T.I.'s people are like, you see?
Yep.
You see?
We grabbed him.
We got him. All you needed to do was make a little comment and look. He came out his neck quick, fast, and in a hurry, and started trying to shame by saying all these awesome things that he's done.
Look what we do. Yeah, look what we done.
Look what we do. You're looking at that one situation, but look at all the things. Like, come on, man.
It's kind of like the pastor when the hurricane hit it in Texas.
Joel
Osteen. He was like, everybody was gunning on him. It's like, oh, why didn't you open up the church? Like, there was people out there, like, you know, and he kind of just said a quick statement. I don't remember what he said, but he said a quick statement. Then he's just like,
boom.
I'm not gonna defend myself out here. Why I didn't open the doors? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
sometimes it's smart to just stay quiet.
Exactly. You
Less
know what I mean?
you know what I mean?
Just stay
Saying
quiet
that.
and that's it. And you're
Less
that's it.
is more.
Sorry you feel that way.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
That's-
Sometimes
I mean,
it's-
that happened recently with Chick-fil-A. They had that whole boycott, and they
Yeah.
actually tripled in sales.
Yeah.
They didn't make a statement. They weren't like, you know what, we're gonna apologize for our stance or try to save face. They were just like, all right,
Our chicken
Yeah.
speaks for itself.
yeah,
Yeah,
our chicken speaks
Go
for
ask
itself.
Popeyes.
You know how good it is. We got to say
Go
Yeah,
ask
we don't gotta
Popeyes.
say a word, man. You're gonna keep
Eggs.
coming back for this chicken.
It's
Trust
like,
me.
I know, even though you're boycotting, you still gonna get a chicken nugget at
Exactly.
least from somebody
It's like
else.
after you're done, you're gonna order that number 2, right? You know what you're
if
gonna
you
do.
Grubhub, it still counts.
You know what? You know what? That's another dope. The segues are just serving themselves up, man.
And I love how you announce every single one.
I know. I have to
the
because I'm
best.
happy.
You know what, Bizzy?
I'm happy.
And this
Segue
is
out
the
here.
greatest segue.
I love it.
Here we go.
Yeah.